Yes, guys, welcome back to Chasing Green Arrows. We are here ahead of the Game Week 22 deadline. My name is Gianni. I'm joined by regular co-host all the way in San Diego, where it is midnight, Mr. Dean Jones. Hello, mate.
Hello, mate. Yeah. It's one of those ones it's been a long day. Got up at 6 a.m. It's now midnight. Voice is a bit croaky. 18-hour day, but we can do one more hour. We can do one more hour before we crash. It's annoying because there's no way I can watch the Manchester derby. There's no way. Probably be up for the 7 a.m. games because there's a lot of them and I don't want to miss them.
Yeah.
But there's just no way I can see that Manchester derby. But good morning, good evening to you all, wherever you are right now. How are you feeling, mate?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm excited for the Saturday football. It feels like we've had an FPL break, and I guess we have, but there's been so much football in that time that I don't feel like we've had a break necessarily, i.e. FA Cup, EFL Cup semi-finals were massive. Big permutations there for FPL, like Game Week 31 is when the EFL Cup final will be. So the teams that get through to the EFL Cup final are really, really important. And obviously the semi-finals gave us quite a good indicator. I think Arsenal winning at Stamford Bridge, again, City beating Newcastle, we feel like it will very likely be Man City and Arsenal in the EFL Cup final. So that'll be a blank game week in 31 for Man City and Arsenal, but also their opponents. So Arsenal play Wolves. That fixture could go to double game week 26. And Man City Palace, very likely that fixture will go to a double game week later in the season. So yeah, blank game week to plan for already, almost. Not set in stone just yet, but very close to being. And then, the chip strategy stuff, which is the stuff I love for second part of the season. So I'm buzzing for that. But I'm happy to be here 8 a.m. on a Saturday morning, chatting to you and so many in the chat. Little Miss FPL's in, Waz's in, Mackham's in, Glenn, Nurko, Mike. So shout out all of you. And if you've got questions, we'll try and get to as many as we can today.
Yeah, as people start to join, there's 50 odd in here already. I'm sure we'll get a good few hundred in here today for the deadline stream. So I'm looking forward to seeing how many we get and what sort of crowd we've got on. Have we got people that are doing well? Have we got people that are looking to wild card, panicking? We'll soon find out. I've resisted any transfers so far. So we'll be talking about that and whether I do make any late changes. I don't think I will, but we'll get my team up in a bit and see whether I can try to at least maintain my spot in the top 10k. I think that's probably or in or around the top 10k. You know, I don't mind a small drop off at the moment, but we'll see. We'll see. I'll point out the flaws that I feel are there. If we look at the fixtures to start off with, as you say, we've got a busy Saturday. All starts in a few hours when Man United host Manchester City. And maybe there's a bounce back of sorts for Man United. Maybe there's a Carrick bounce effect. But you would expect that Man City go and win that game. I wish I had Semenyo. I think he's going to score again.
He looks amazing, doesn't he?
I think he's going to score again. But yeah, across Saturday, we've got loads of games and then loads of 3 o'clock games. Chelsea, Brentford, Liverpool, Burnley, Sunderland, Palace. You got Leeds, Fulham, Tottenham, West Ham. I think is an interesting one. Interesting from both sides, really. I've heard that West Ham are tempted to try to take the game to Tottenham because they feel that they're a vulnerable team. But equally, I'm not sure if Lucas Paqueta is going to play because of his ongoing transfer saga and push to potentially leave. And obviously, we've got Nottingham Forest playing against Arsenal as well, which should be an away win. Where are you at, mate? Is there any games that you are honing in on? Do you definitely think that Liverpool beat Burnley? Do you look at the Wolves-Newcastle game still? Are you still convinced that... Because even though Wolves are bottom of the league, they're not actually the worst team in terms of form right now. And I'm not sure that Newcastle definitely get a win in that one.
I think the expected goals conceded over the last 6. Wolves are the second best team in the division, which is mad. Expected goals conceded in the last 6, they've actually been really good. And actually, since Rob Edwards came in, I remember straight away watching them going, they look so much better. The results didn't go their way and he kept still losing, but he was losing by really fine margins or he was getting a draw in a game we should have won. So I've been impressed by Wolves. I mean, it's too late for them now, but at the moment, it's a tough game. I do feel like Wolves away from home have been looked slightly better. At home, they have a real go, which is what you expect from a Rob Edwards team. But with that in mind, they often leave themselves quite vulnerable and sort of 3-on-3 or 4-on-4. So I do think Newcastle score and should win that, but I wouldn't be surprised to see a draw. The big games for me, Manchester Derby, do I sell Cunha? And that is a massive question I think a lot in the chat will have this morning. And if you're selling Cunha, where do you go? The popular upgrade, of course, would be Bruno, but very few want to make that move within this week.
Yeah.
Mahrez, Enzo Fernandez, Morgan Rogers, Harry Wilson, and James Tavernier is really popular. Sorry, Marcus Tavernier.
Yeah, I've noticed that.
Big man's pushing him hard. He is massively an algo pick because he's on penalties, right? Kluivert's injured, Semenyo's off. Penalties, we know, go to Tavernier, who's also on set pieces. He's also playing quite deep and doesn't have a great goal-scoring record. I don't necessarily see that one.
I don't like it. And obviously, like, people just follow trends. I think you can all figure out a better pick than that one, personally.
He's been playing deep as well. Like, in the last month, he's been playing in the midfield 2 alongside Alex Scott. And then there's been the 3 and then the 1 ahead of him. So he's been really deep.
I don't fancy Bournemouth in the game, to be honest, mate.
Yeah, I fancy Brighton. Yeah,
I fancy Brighton. I've actually, one of my headaches for the week is whether to pick Van Heck.
Right.
Because obviously no Semenyo now. It's a big deal. But Bournemouth, they don't have great appeal for me, if I'm totally honest. And I'm not on the Tavernier shout at all, to be honest with you.
Let's go through those other 4, Dean.
Yeah.
Wilson, we spoke about in the last stream. What about Rogers? Is he the best obvious replacement for Cunha? Similar price point.
Or Morgan Rogers?
Villa got the fixtures. I fancy Villa to beat Everton.
It's a nice fixture. Yeah, when I was looking at my team earlier, I was like, who do I really like that I've got in my team this week? And Morgan Rogers is right up there, I think, as one of the best picks of the game week. So Everton, obviously, not in great shape at the moment. Stylistically on the pitch, but also crumbling a little bit mentally. So I think when you consider where Aston Villa are as a team right now, I think you've got a team in a much better spot. And I think Morgan Rogers is a great pick for this game week. And I actually think Ollie Watkins is fit, right?
Yeah.
I'm
with you. I put him in my wildcard draft, Watkins.
I would have, if I was wildcarding this week, I'd pick Ollie Watkins too.
The problem for me is I like Rogers, but when I look at my team, if I go Cunha to Rogers, I want to make a Cunha big downgrade because I know in a couple of weeks' time we're all going to want Bruno Fernandes again. Man City and Arsenal, but then after that, game week 24, I think everyone's going to want to buy Bruno. The Man United fixtures are good. I think he's playing 10, and we know he's a great FPL asset anyway. But the upgrade I'll probably make is Phil Foden. And again, I don't think I want Phil Foden long term, and Cherky owners might be equally worried about minutes. I want to give Foden Wolves if he starts that one. But then after that, Foden to Bruno requires $1 million. And that means I need to save $1 million when I'm selling Cunha. I can't go Cunha to Rogers. They're too similar in price point. I need to go Cunha down to a 7 million or below to then have
Conor Gallagher is what you
want. Foden to Bruno.
You need Conor Gallagher is what you need them.
We should discuss Gallagher. So after you mentioned it, Kieran FPL Discomfort, who, as you know, is flying at like 2K, and we said on the show, like, you're up against very many managers around you that are playing quite a template. They won't be able to make those sort of moves like Conor Gallagher.
Yeah.
Kieran is a bit like you. He will make that move. And he straight away on WhatsApp went, I think I'm going to buy Conor Gallagher. I need to be talked out of it. It was your comments on the high press, his good DEFCON, that made him think he could go in that direction. But I'm thinking Enzo Fernandez. Like, do we think he's going to play deep under Rossini? We just don't know yet. I think he'll be a 10. I think he'll play Andre Santos a lot. And I think it'll be Santos and Caicedo midfield 2, Enzo 10, Palmer on the right. But there is a world in which it's Caicedo and Enzo in a 2, like he played against Arsenal in the week. That turns me off Enzo a little bit. But given the fixtures and the fact he takes pens when Palmer's not on the pitch, he's a box crasher, his underlyings are good, and he's cheap.
Yeah. No, I do think Enzo is a decent pick. I mean, it's just hard to judge Chelsea under Rosenior, isn't it? So
It feels like a game or two too early to do it, but I feel like I want to make the move now because I fancy Chelsea to beat Brentford.
I don't fancy Chelsea to beat Brentford. That's the thing. I just don't. I think the Brentford are in a really good place right now, and they've got a sense of. I mean, Chelsea, I guess, have got some unity. I was going to say unity and momentum. Chelsea have got. It's not like they've fallen apart as since Maresca left. It's just that I just don't really trust the Rosenior appointment, and I think that Keith Andrews will be able to outwit him. If I'm honest, we've got
I
two.
just worry about Brentford away from home. They haven't looked that good away. They've been so good at home.
Yeah. I take the point fully. I don't know. I'm just not sure about Rosenior. I can't get my head around this at all. And this is the first game properly we're going to be able to judge him, to be honest, because the FA Cup game was a bit of a gimme. Yeah. No one expected him to beat Arsenal. Made more of a fight of it, really, than we thought, but made some terrible judgment calls in terms of where he wanted the team to play and the way he wanted them to play out of the back. I don't really like that. Concerned about the fact that he seems to think that getting his team to build Lego is a good idea as well. If that's true, all the stuff that's been going around social media, he's not going to wear gloves because he wants to have the players hear him clap. He wants to have them playing Lego together. Is this, is it genuine? I don't know. But he is a little bit David Brent at the moment, and Chelsea fans are very cringe about some of the stuff that they're seeing and hearing. So I think, jury is out for me on this one. I've no idea if he has what it takes to actually beat Brentford. So that's why I wouldn't pick Enzo.
FPL Discomfort is in the chat, Kieran. We've just been talking about you and your possible Gallagher move. We'll poll it. We'll get a poll up. Best Cunha, it's almost a downgrade. We're not going to say Rodgers because in his price band, I think many would go there. You go for the cheapos. Enzo, Wilson, Gallagher, Tavernier. Let's see who you guys think. And Jay is reminding us, thank you, mate. Friendly like reminder and subscribe to join the chat. So likes and subscribes would be so welcome. We're so close to 11K. I'd love to get to 11K before the end of the month. I think it's very possible. So guys, please do help us get to 11,000 subscribers. Mate, looking at these fixtures, firstly, as you say, Saturday football's great for once. But the game that just screams 0-0 to me, Sunderland Palace. Look at those goal scoring odds. 1.17, 1.16. And I think that's about fair. Palace have been poor recently. And with that announcement yesterday of Gahey and Glasner going, Sunderland don't concede many. That feels like a Mukiele 8-9 pointer with DEFCON or bonus and a clean sheet.
I think Sunderland win it, to be honest.
You reckon? Like a 1-0?
Yeah, I fancy Sunderland to win that game now. It's such a bad week for Palace, losing in the FA Cup, losing Gahey, losing Glasner. Juve are banging talks with Mateta tonight.
That could happen this window, you reckon?
Palace don't want it to, but the personal terms are agreed.
Wow,
Mateta wants to go. Yeah, I don't know if that's out there yet, but it's moved forward since probably in the last 12 hours or so. Really,
is Jonathan David leaving Juve, or is it just as an extra forward?
I'm not sure, to be honest. I think they'd been looking at one anyway. I don't know enough about Juve's actual situation.
I know David seemed to be a bit of a flop, but I think they got him for free. He missed.
Hasn't really worked out. Yeah, and he hasn't pulled up many trees. But that is an interesting one. And Mateta.
Strand Larsen to Palace? Could that work?
Interested.
I'm trying to think who Palace can replace him with. They can't rely on Eddie Nketiah.
Strand Larsen's going to cost £40 million. I don't know if Palace are going to do that. They're going to replace Mark Gahey with the £20 million they just got for him.
Will they, Dean? Will they replace him? Because Glasner's leaving now, I was like, does this mean they're going to play a back four next season? Like most managers play a back four, right? And if you're going to play a back four, you could argue you don't necessarily need a like-for-like Gahey replacement. Like now you've got to think about your recruitment. Like they were looking at a right wing-back replacement for Munoz when he's injured. Well, now you don't need a right wing-back. Like next season, you're going to need a right-back. So it's interesting,
yeah, I mean, it's
isn't it,
difficult.
the transfer market with them?
I was told that they, the minimum up front was £20 million because they needed to replace him. So that's apparently why that figure came in, and there will be add-ons that could take it up towards 30. But we'll have to wait and see whether that can come through. But yeah, it's definitely interesting. A few people asking about Mark Gahey as a pick for Man City. Like, obviously, he's not playing this weekend, by the way, for Crystal Palace. Like Gahey won't be in the team for that game, and then we'll see. Like, obviously, like I don't know if Gahey is necessarily a good FPL pick as a Man City player. I don't.
You won't get DEFCON that he's been so good at this season. He's also had quite a few assists from long throws. Chris Richards long throw, Gahey flick on, someone scores. City don't take long throws, although maybe they do now. Semenyo's there, but Gahey will lose his DEFCON. He'll lose some of his bonus because he's competing with teammates like Haaland who hog it when they score, and he'll probably lose his assist threat. But he will get more clean sheets, so he's not a bad asset. If you've got him, you keep him. I don't think I'd be going to buy Mark Gahey because he's not cheap either.
Yeah, FPL Discomfort says my work colleague hadn't touched FPL since his Christmas party. Now has 5 City players to play against Wolves. I like that.
Next week he'll have Semenyo and Gahey probably in the 11. I love that.
I saw somebody on socials say that they tried to bench boost with their 4 City players and didn't allow it.
Whoa, okay. So we know you can't make a transfer unless one of them is selling.
Yeah, so apparently it doesn't allow the bench boost either with the extra pick, which I thought was interesting. I think that's new. If that is the case, and I think that's new, they've obviously found a way to get into the software to change that one. But
Kieran, ask your workmate to try it. Try bench boosting, see if it works.
Try bench boosting for sure, because that is nice. But yeah, there we are. We can stick my team up if you want. We might as well talk about it.
Yeah, let's have a look.
And get on with discussing our teams. We'll be taking questions from you guys as well. So I know a lot of you have been putting them up right now. Copy and paste them and stick them back on in about 10 minutes, and we'll go through a few of them. So my rank is 7,800, I think. And this is my team without any transfers made so far. I've actually got Mark Gahey on the bench, so I have got him as a Man City player coming up if I decide to leave him there. What I don't like is my goalkeeper. I've got Kelleher and I've got Dubravka, and they play Chelsea and Liverpool. I don't love it. I don't love it, and I'd probably go for the Sunderland goalkeeper if I was to choose one this week, if I'm totally honest. But I can't get there from either of them. I've only got 0.3 in the bank, so I'd be left short by 0.1 on Kelleher, and I don't really want to get rid of Kelleher if I'm totally honest.
He's been great.
I would have been kind of happy with, especially for this game week, to try and give me a bit of sustainability. But I think I'm going to have to ride it out and hope that Kelleher saves another penalty or something. Mukiele, Gabriel.
If you do luck a clean sheet with either of those two goalkeepers this week, it's not a 6-pointer, is it? You're getting 10 points because they're going to be busy. So if you do go and get a Kelleher clean sheet out of nowhere, it's a massive score for Kelleher.
Yeah, exactly. So
I like that.
I guess I'll roll the dice on it. My other defenders are Van Heck, as I was saying, and Gahey. So they haven't been picked at this moment. Do you know what? The defender I really want is Frimpong.
Yeah, do you reckon is it nailed? I mean, surely against Burnley has to start. There is a world where Szoboszlai plays right back.
He's playing against Burnley. I just can't believe that. I've seen a few people saying that, and I just can't believe Frimpong doesn't play this game. And I just think there's so much upside from it.
Yeah.
I
agree. If you can't play him at home to Burnley, because you can't play him in the tough games because he's not defensively good enough. Well, at home to Burnley, you're not going to be worked that hard defensively, are you?
I just think it's ideal. But as I say, so that's one of the ones I've got kind of FOMO on this week. It's funny, if I was to pick out my transfers, they're probably a bit random, but I'd have Frimpong, Gallagher, Semenyo. They would be the ones that I would be trying to get in. Maybe Ollie Watkins, which I'm sure is not what most template teams are looking at right now. But yeah, so the rest of the team, reasonably happy with, to be honest with you. Not too sure what the Arsenal score will be, how many they win that game by. Probably only one, if I'm totally honest. I don't think it's going to be a runaway win, but I do keep thinking that they'll score. Saka is kind of driving me mad, but he's slow and steady, and at some point he's got to bang. So
Yeah.
I'll keep faith with him, because I know if I was to get rid of him and gamble on somebody else, then he'll suddenly get a load of points. And I don't know who I would even gamble on
That's
at
the
this
problem.
stage.
It's not a like for like. You could go to Bruno, but it's too early.
I don't want Bruno Fernandes at the moment. It's too early at the moment, and Cole Palmer would be the one, but he's obviously an injury risk. So not willing to go there. Mackham said I keep mentioning all of his players on wildcard. Sounds like you've got a good team, mate, as far as I'm concerned. And yeah, Ekitike, not going to get the armband from me. I'm sticking on Haaland. We talked about it briefly the other day. Haven't considered it. I'm happy to have Ekitike in the team, but Haaland definitely keeping the armband.
Yeah, I think I'm there on captaincy too. In the poll, by the way, on the other midfielders, Enzo came out 48%, Wilson 37%, Gallagher 8%, Tavernier 7%. Just to mention Gallagher for those that didn't watch on Thursday, any chance you would make that move to Gallagher? I know that was one you were like, oh, short-term punt, but you just don't really have the space to do it.
I don't have the space.
You give yourself a mention dilemma.
Yeah, I mean, if I was to do it, it would be Cherky that gets sold and replaced. But then I don't even know how I play him this week. Like, I would probably take out Thiago. Don't really want to do that.
No.
I don't really want to do that, because if Brentford score, it's probably him.
Yeah.
Yeah, Thiago's in too good a form to leave out for Conor Gallagher.
Gallagher 30-minute Gallagher.
I know I play the game differently, but that's just a bit weird. So yeah, it's not worth getting Gallagher, to just put him on the bench right now. But I do genuinely think he's a good pick, and I've got a feeling he'll score. Yeah, FPL Discomfort said, would you consider Wirtz more than Ekitike as captaincy? I always dislike striker caps that aren't Haaland or Kane, as the ceiling feels lower.
It's a fair point. It's a fair point. And you don't get pens with Ekitike that you do with, you
don't get
Kane
the pens,
or Haaland.
yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I
don't think I'm Wirtz.
I don't think Ekitike plays 90. I will say that.
No.
He's just had 30 minutes on Monday night. We know you've got to wrap him up in cotton wool with no Isak. You've got to be worried about Ekitike in terms of keeping him fit. And it's only Burnley and there's Champions League around the corner. So
yeah, and if they're 2-0 up, he'll come off, He'll
come off. It's game state dependent. He doesn't play 90. And Wirtz has a very good chance of producing more minutes than Ekitike. So I like it.
Don't trust Wirtz's output even against Burnley at the moment, though. So that's the problem. I don't feel you can't. I don't think I'd be willing to go head to head Wirtz versus Haaland.
Yeah, that's what it comes down to.
That's how I would look at it. Yeah, it's like Ekitike against Haaland. When he's playing against Burnley, he's the striker. He's always looked this season their best source for goals. Maybe Wirtz, for me, it's just not there. It's just not there to trust it. So I think I'd probably leave that one.
Tell you what, they do link well though, the two of them, don't they?
They do link well. Yeah,
the Bundesliga link up there between the two of them. I'm like, oh, there's definitely like chemistry between the two players, which has been good to watch for Liverpool fans, I guess.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, anything that you see in there, mate, that you don't trust, that you would change?
I love the fact that you've got 2 frees. You're at 7.5k, and you've got this team.
That's the thing. I can go next week. I'll have 3 free transfers. So that's the thing. Even if this week isn't outstanding, it's not the end of the world.
No, you're good.
It's just not.
And I think you'll even look good next week. I think you'll get to 24. If you get to 24 with 4 free transfers, it's almost like a mini wild card, and that is when a lot will wild card because there is a fixture swing. And I know you don't like buying Chelsea players, but when you see the Chelsea fixtures from 24, if they show us something in 22 and 3, you can then, with 3 or 4 transfers, getting a Palmer and a Bruno in your team is very possible because, you've got make weights like Saka if you need them to go out, and you can have a little reshuffle of the pack. So, yeah, mate, I think you're in good shape.
Yeah, nice one. Yeah. Very good.
We'll answer some questions and then we'll do my team. There's 265 of you watching. Thank you, guys. I want you to get your questions in the chat because we will try and answer some. Let's just do 5-minute quick fire Q&A.
Yeah.
You've got to subscribe to ask a question. That's all we ask if you're not subscribed. If you're a new person around here and you've never come in and had a chat with the Chasers, then do. It's a friendly place.
It is indeed. Sorry, my microphone, where I hold it like this, like the thing falls out, the cord falls out, and you'll lose me if that happens. So I really just need to fix the stand. It's been about a month now, isn't it? I just haven't bothered to fix the stand.
You've come this far, mate.
John Watson forever. Right, let's
we'll come off your team and do some quick fire questions then.
Yeah, let's do some questions. Let's help out the Chasers as much as we possibly can. Dev, yeah, I like that one. Let's start with this. What to do with Bowen?
I just think he's a bad pick, and I know he's produced good points ish, but I just think investing, what is it, 8 million in a West Ham player feels, no matter, honestly, if Messi played for West Ham and was 8 million, I'm not sure I'd be there. West Ham, I just don't trust that attack to score goals.
Yeah, if Paqueta doesn't, I don't know if better that Paqueta does or doesn't play because he's asked to move, doesn't really want to be at West Ham anymore. Do you get much of a shift out of him anyway? I know that West Ham want to play on the front foot in this game because they feel that if they can turn that home crowd against Tottenham, then it gives them a good chance of getting something out of this game. So I do think they're going to do something. Bowen is the most likely person to score in that team. So I don't mind. If you've already got Bowen, then keep him. Don't buy him. Andrew Griffiths, I've heard anything on Liverpool manager. Do you like Alonso? I don't think they're going to change manager.
Certainly not in January.
I just think Liverpool are doing the sensible thing and the right thing by letting their manager manage a situation. Managers have to go through good and bad periods to know what works, what doesn't work. And they deserve the respect of that. And it just blows my mind that Chelsea and Man United have taken a backward step in their season because of emotions. That's all it's come down to is emotions. Man United have been progressively better this season. I'm not saying that they're great, but they've been much better, and they had an identity under Amorim that was forming, and they just needed to give him the midfielder that he wanted to take the next step on, and they didn't. And yes, so they've got rid of him, and it's not for football reasons. It's because they've had a bit of a row and a bit of a fallout, and it's get over yourselves. You were willing to buy into his philosophy. So now he's asking you why you're not buying into his philosophy by giving him the midfielder, and your response is to get rid of him. Doesn't make any sense to me. So I think that Liverpool actually are doing the right thing by letting Slot get on with it for now. Because by starting again and getting Alonso in, I just don't think it really helps. Jason, nice to see you, mate. Thanks for the super chat. Says, missed the last few streams, but wanted to say well done to Dean. Oh, it's just a nice message. Oh, cool. Thanks, mate. I thought you were going to ask a question there, but you didn't. Thank you very much. Very, very nice man.
For those that don't know, Dean is a journalist, but specialising in transfers. So the busiest time of year for Dean is, I guess, the summer transfer window, and the second busiest time is the winter window. So doing that alongside FPL and staying up to all sorts of hours, midnight in San Diego at the moment. Shout out, mate. Well done.
Thank you, mate.
Another super chat. Thank you so much for the generosity, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Palmer for Foden in 18. Fine. Going Palmer early, fair play. Obviously, the injuries are a concern, but if you're getting points, you don't care. Sticking to the plan and captain him this week. I do think he starts. Again, I don't think you get 90, but captain Palmer is huge. Considering Chelsea played on Wednesday night, Brentford had a midweek off. That's going to be quite a tight game. I do think Chelsea edge it. Because you've sent a super chat, I want to give you I'm going to give you more detail than I usually would. And I don't just want to say don't do it. Captain who you want. Play the game however you want. If you've got a gut feeling on Palmer, depending on your risk appetite, you can go there. Personally, I would rank Palmer probably not in my top 5 captains this week.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't either. But when he does get this start, he's going to be so ready, like, to prove a point. And so if you get lucky and Palmer gets a strong run out, it might pay off. Because, like, if Haaland doesn't score at Old Trafford, then you're in. I think
Then you are in.
that's obviously the gamble that you're taking. Again, you're going up against Haaland, but it's not a guarantee that Haaland scores. I do think that Man City will score at Old Trafford, and I don't have any idea what the outcome of this game is going to be, but I'll be absolutely amazed if Michael Carrick has figured out how to keep Man City at bay here. David's asked, do you get rid of Shirky? I don't have much confidence of Shirky playing this game, like getting a good run out. What do you think?
It's either him or I think Semenyo and Doku both start, and therefore it's going to be Cherky or Foden. And Foden's a Manchester boy that always does well in the derby, and I think he'll probably go for Cherky as like a good first sub option to change the game if they need to. And I think Cherky does that better than anyone in terms of impact off the bench. So especially in an open game when he's got more space. I'm with you. I don't think he starts.
Yeah, I agree.
He could even play Reinders and not Foden or Cherky, by the way.
I don't think Shirky plays, not from the start anyway. Glenn has just dished out a membership as always. Very kind of you, mate. Mark has just picked up the membership, so thanks for doing that. Appreciate you. Thanks to everyone that has become a member of Chasing Green Arrows over the past year or so that we've been doing it. We appreciate every single one of you. Mark says, do I bench one of Cunha, Alderete, and Thiago?
You have to play Alderete because I think he's going to get a clean sheet.
100%.
Cunha versus Thiago is a tough one, isn't it? Do you think
it's a really hard one because we don't know what Cunha's role is going to be in this team?
I expect Sesko to start as the 9. Given the fact
but there is a chance Cunha does it.
And then Mbermo and Ahmad are back. And you're like, oh, do they come straight back into the 11? Or
they will, won't they? They surely will. I was watching a training video and they were both bang on it.
Were they?
Yeah.
They've been back long enough.
They've been back long enough. And
just without the wing-back system, I don't know how he fits them all in. The wing-back system allowed an extra attacker in Ahmad, didn't it? Because it was like, you can still have a front 3 plus Ahmad. Well, now you can't. Now Ahmad has to be one of the front 3.
He has to be one of the front 3, yeah. He's been one of the player of the season. Maybe he is the player of the season. Maybe.
Yeah. Rodgers, Thiago, or Semenyo. I mean, you've got to start Semenyo and Rodgers, I think. I'd probably bench Thiago, which sounds mental.
Yeah, I think so. Right, we've got a second follow-up question, I think, from the Palmer thing. He says, always planned the Palmer captaincy this week. And Super Chat was because you two are most genuine human beings. Well, it's very nice of you. Thank you, mate. Very nice. People have been very kind today. Maybe it's because of my croaky voice, because I've been up for 18 and a half hours today. Is it time to sell Foden? Yeah. Maybe not this week because it's Manchester derby,
and then it's Wolves. But then maybe
it's keeping for another 4 game weeks.
I know the problem is he'll go bang versus United or Wolves, and then that plan to sell Foden goes out the window. But you've got to remember why you've got that plan in place, and I've got that plan in place because I'll be trading him for a 90-minute man that's more reliable in terms of points, and that is Bruno Fernandes. And Foden from 24 onwards, his fixtures are still fine because he's Man City. The fixtures always look okay for Man City because they're Man City. Spurs, Liverpool, Fulham, Newcastle, Leeds, Forest, West Ham, Palace. Like, it's a fine run, but I reckon he's going to become a minute's risk.
Yeah, I think so too.
Oh, Adam's looking at 24 wild card. I'll let you know in 24, Adam. It's too early to say, but I don't think Trossard will be, again, like, at the moment he's flavour of the month, he's getting the start. If Eze starts coming off the bench and scoring, there's a route to the 11 for Eze on that left-hand side still. Same for Martinelli. I don't think Trossard is nailed long-term. He needs to keep his performances sky high to keep that spot.
Yeah, Cunha for Wirtz this week.
Yeah, a lot of doing that. Because they have a spare Liverpool spot and they just see Burnley. Wirtz is great this week, but then moving forward, I don't think you want Wirtz in your team.
That's the thing, and I think
it's not a free hit.
It's just short-termism, yeah.
We always do that as FPL managers. We go, I haven't got any other fires to put out, and oh, who's playing Burnley at home? Liverpool are. Who's their best midfielder? Wirtz is. And I'm selling a midfielder in Cunha, so
They're
let's
just
buy
going to look to
Wirtz.
crowd him out, though, aren't they? Like that's the other thing, and sometimes they're really good at it. So
Scotty P. That's what he does.
Sometimes.
You know that.
Bench Chalobah or Anderson.
I'm guessing we're talking about Fulham Anderson.
I'm assuming it's Joachim Anderson, yeah.
Fulham go to Leeds. I mean, Leeds will score, won't they?
Yeah, I don't have a clue what's going to happen in that Leeds game, to be honest. But then Chalobah, like, does Chalobah definitely play?
I can't even tell you if Chalobah, who the first choice centre back partnership's going to be under the new manager. Like, is Rossini going to start playing tossing more because of his passing? Maybe. I'd like to think it's Chalobah and Fofana if everyone's fit. But
you'd think so, yeah. Obviously, like the last game, he didn't play Badiashile or Tosin, did he? So
no, they came off. I think they both came off the bench. I think randomly.
That is pretty random. Bench Anderson. Right. Let's see what this one is. Overall rank 12.5k. Very good. Nice. Well done. Already own Foden and Haaland. Should I sell Cunha for Semenyo, Enzo, or Bruno Guimaraes?
I mean, we've done this poll, haven't we? Cunha replacements earlier, and Enzo came out at 46%. But we were polling the cheapos.
Yeah.
Semenyo and Bruno G are Morgan Rogers money. And I'd be looking at Rogers over Bruno G, I think. But I think Semenyo could be fun, you know.
Semenyo's still a great pick. And it's obviously people's doing like Semenyo replacements. And I keep going, the Semenyo replacement is just Semenyo because like he started well and he's like loving life.
I'm gutted I sold him, mate. I sold him when we knew the City deal was done. And he went and then scored against Chelsea, got an assist the following week, or vice versa. No, he got an assist versus Chelsea, scored on his last game, and now he's at Man City playing games. Because I was like, as soon as he goes to Man City, he won't be as good an asset. Well, I'm wrong on that one.
Yeah. Look, Guimaraes, he doesn't get much love in the game at the moment, but the last 3 game weeks when I've owned him, 10, 10, 11 in terms of point returns, like he's been great. He's got Wolves away. Maybe I get another decent haul from him. Is Keane a sell, and will Senesi be a good option for him? I would probably get rid of Keane, to be honest. Yeah, was flavour of the month for a hot minute, but Senesi's gonna prove to be a better pick, I think, longer term. I don't know that this week's the week for Senesi, but Brighton, you know, blow hot and cold. Don't really know what we're getting from either of these teams in this game, if I'm totally honest. But yeah, if you're getting rid of Keane, then Senesi's is not a bad replacement.
FPL Discomfort has messaged to say, apparently with 4 City in your team, you can bench boost. He's hit the button for us, his work colleague, with his 4 City in, and it does work. So maybe the guy on Twitter was just like, yeah, I don't know.
Oh, wow. That's because I saw the guy had posted a screenshot of like the thing saying like wouldn't allow it.
Yeah, I've got a screenshot with Foden, Reinders, Semenyo, Haaland, and Bench Boost active. Fortunately, on Bench Boost, guys, you can activate and deactivate. So once you've clicked the button, you're not committed to it. So he's done that for us. So shout out,
stitched him up there.
Discomfort's work, mate. Who at the moment is bench boosting with Lewis Potter, Mark Guiu, Dubravka, and Vandenberg. So I think 2 of the 4 will start, but with dreadful fixtures.
Yeah, exactly. Mitoma brought him in last week. Monday night differential captain.
Ooh, I do like Mitoma as a punt this week. He's back in the 11.
He's not a captain, is he?
No. Just own Connor. I mean,
I think owning him is enough.
In that Monday night game is going to be quite rare.
Yeah.
Not many own Brighton and Bournemouth. Owning a player that's like 2% owned is even like it's super rare. Just own him. Have fun with that. You don't need to captain him.
Yeah, it'll also be a painful weekend if you're watching a TK bang and Haaland bang and you're waiting until Monday night to see if he does anything. Like, it's not worth it.
I didn't realise there was a Monday night game. So it's Brighton Bournemouth Monday, is it? Oh, that's rubbish because we were, yeah. Oh no, we don't stream on a Monday anymore, do we? But yeah.
No.
Thiago Alderete. Oh, Thiago's on a dreadful run of form. I'd start Alderete.
Yeah, Alderete is for sure on that one. Have we shown your team yet? We haven't, have we?
No, let's show my team.
Yeah, let's show your team.
Let's have a look because my big decision is Cunha out, and Guys, I've been toying on it like all week. Do I just keep Cunha and go, Manchester Derby's got goals? Why sell Cunha to Enzo? Just give Enzo a couple of weeks, see where he's playing, and make the decision on Enzo in 24. But I like Chelsea at home to Brentford. It's not an overwhelmingly like Chelsea are going to win game or high ceiling game, but I do think Chelsea could edge it and score. And then Chelsea going to Palace next week isn't difficult at the moment. The best time to go to Palace. Mateta perhaps on his way out. Gahey gone. Glasner on his way.
Yep.
Palace form is dreadful. I like the entry point still for Enzo, but I also see Cunha involved in quite an end-to-end basketball match. My problem with Cunha is I don't think he gets 90. I think he starts, and I think he's probably one of the first to come off when it's not going well because
I don't know
those positions. I don't know how it's going to work.
As I mentioned the other day, a friend of mine that's a Middlesbrough season ticket holder says the way that Carrick plays, he will love Cunha for two positions. He said, so I think he'll be one of his main players. He's like, he's absolutely what Carrick wants in an attacker.
Yeah.
So it's hard because you're obviously going to have like 4 players involved in that early game. That's the downside of it.
And it's Arsenal next week. And I do not expect United to go and score at the Emirates.
Yeah.
I think I'll probably do it. And
I think
have a little bit
of
a slice in the Chelsea attack early on.
Yeah.
By the way, Cunha has dropped in price this week, and Enzo has gone up in price. That is one of the most popular transfers of the game week so far.
Interesting.
The other player most sold this week, the only player that's been sold more than Cunha this week, and he's been sold by 750,000 managers, is Phil Foden, which I think is...
Well, on form and on the eye test, like that's the right thing to do. It's just because we know he's got a tendency to do well in this fixture.
Yeah, loves it.
Yeah. So it depends if you believe in those sorts of things.
I think I'm happy keeping Foden. There's a chance you get a team leak, by the way. If Foden was benched, that's the sort of news that might be leaked. So if you are awake at the hours of deadline, Dean won't be. You might be able to react. I think I'm going to be making a late switch. I think it'll be Cunha out to Enzo unless we were to hear that Foden wasn't starting or whatever. I guess my big decision is benching. I think I'm going to play Lewis Miley over O'Reilly. What do you reckon, guys? Can we do a poll for Gianni's bench? Should I bench O'Reilly, who, again, we don't know if he's nailed? Do you reckon Aït-Nouri plays left back now, Dean? Now he's back?
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a chance O'Reilly comes out the team.
There is a chance.
He played centre mid in the week, O'Reilly, and we don't know if... Is Rodri fit?
I don't know. I think you should play Lewis Miley for sure in that game.
He'll play right back. He'll get DEFCON.
I think it's fine.
Lewis Miley comes in for O'Reilly. That's how I've actually got it set up on my screen at the moment. So I think it's Miley too.
Yeah, he says on Rodri, Pep said, hopefully he'll be ready for 90 minutes soon. He said, we'll have to wait and see whether he can do it in this one. But so it sounds like he'll be playing. He's obviously just concerned about setbacks, so I can't see him getting 90 minutes. But for a game like that, I think he'll pick him.
Sigurd makes a very good point I've spoken about for about a month. I still don't have Declan Rice. And I say that every stream, Rice is better than Saka. Why not make the switch? I guess I don't think there's much in it. And I've always got other fires or other priorities. I'm waiting until I need the money, Sigurd. Like, when I need the money, I'll almost certainly do it straight away. But I don't know if I want to use a transfer of Arsenal to Arsenal. That's the thing. I also don't want Raya. I want Timber. But again, I don't necessarily want to use those transfers straight away. I'm still trying to figure out what my plans are the next few weeks. My priorities are buy Chelsea, buy Bruno Fernandes. They are more of a priority than a Saka to Rice switch or a Raya to Timber switch.
Yeah.
Oh, I also need to sell Lewis Potter soon.
Yeah, no, I can see all that. I think that seems like a good plan. Yeah, it's an interesting team, mate. I think that you pretty well set. I mean, I'm slightly worried for you, as I say, in the early game. But if you take O'Reilly out, put Lewis Miley in, if you swap out Cunha for Enzo, then that allays those fears a bit, I think.
Yeah, you're right. You don't want 4 in there. Having 2 seems much better. Yeah. And I think captaincy, I'll switch back to Haaland, by the way. I've got it on FTK, but in this image, but I think it'll be Haaland, my captain, just because of the minutes for FTK. That's my only Well, that's my biggest concern.
Yeah.
I'll make a late decision on captaincy. I'm not 100% set on that.
See, this is the
Good
one
stuff.
thing about being set and forget on Haaland. I just don't even. At least I don't have the dilemma, and I can't.
Yeah.
I can't be like, oh, I should have done this. I should have done that. It's like if Ekitike does it, then fine. Like I'll just have to take the single points that I get, because I'm not going there. Like I just like having that in my head that like I'm just not doing it.
Yeah.
So that is one benefit of it.
Yeah, good shout. I like that. You've made that decision really early.
I'm dreading waking up in the morning though, mate, because obviously like I'll wake up at 7 to like watch all the other games, and the first thing I'm going to do is check the score in the Manchester derby. It's such a weird feeling, like to know that you're about to see like the whole outcome of such a big game.
Do you have a routine of how you check it? Because I've been doing this a lot with my going to bed early for say Champions League games, especially, but even with all the midweek fixtures in December, I'll wake up at like midnight or 1 a.m., check my phone and go, I won't be able to sleep for the second half of the night unless I know my FPL outcomes. And in the past, I've gone BBC Sport because that's my go-to just sport app in general. And that often shows you goals and assists, but not always the assist, but doesn't show you the bonus or DEFCON. But I'm like, I get a flavour of the result. And then I process that when I'm loading the FPL app to then see the detail. But more recently, I've gone, no, go straight to the FPL app. I just want to see DEFCON bonus, goals, assists, bang.
Honestly,
or do you go to your team and just see your points before you see the fixtures?
Yeah, I don't look in the night. I mean, to be fair, like by the time I get to sleep tonight, it's going to be 2 a.m. and the game starts at 4:30. So when I wake up at 7, the chances are Dylan will have jumped into bed. And so what quite often happens is I'll be like, right, go to Flash Score and open up the game and tell me like what's happened.
Yeah,
and then
who's won the game?
Yeah, who's won, and then he'll tell me, and I'll be like, what was the score? And then he starts to tell me the details slowly. So I'm still kind of getting like the news filtered through to me. So it's quite fun, and he likes doing it. So that's how we tend to play those ones.
My worst thing is when I do it in the night, as I say, it's 1 or 2 a.m., is I see it, and if it's good and I'm excited by it, I'm like, oh, I need to see that goal now. So then I'm on YouTube, like watching highlights, and before I know it, I've been up half an hour, and then I can't get back to sleep.
Oh, mate, I have that. When I obviously I have transfer news break in the middle of the night, like Mark Gahey, for example. So suddenly it's 3:45, and I check, and like obviously I've written about it enough anyway. I've been on top of it. It's fine, but then Fabrizio starts giving it the old "here we go" treatment. Straight away, you're just like, I can't just go back to sleep. I've got to do something. Like, do I know anything? Have I got any messages here that I could quickly turn out a story from? Like, so I have that. So I don't really have it with games too much. It's just the transfer stuff. Why does Glasner have to crash every bit of Gahey news to make it all about him? It's a bit weird. Like Glasner decided.
Very weird.
I was told 2 months ago it was done. And so why has he done it here? Like, just leave it, mate. Like, even do it after this game, because like poor old Palace fans, you haven't given him a very good week.
To do it during the transfer window is harsh, though. Like, if you're Brennan Johnson, how do you feel? You've just signed, and then
he knew that he was leaving.
Did he? He must have, yeah.
Yeah, he knew.
But if you're Mateta, more reason to lose him. So for Palace, you want to protect that, and you want to go. I just think coming out publicly mid-season is weird.
Yeah.
What
Palace had told Mateta
play for their manager or not? Like,
Mateta had been told that Palace want to wait until they've got a new manager, and then they'll see. But look, it's Juve coming from him. It's not just like a run-of-the-mill club. Like, this is Juventus, and like he fancies that. So that's going to be difficult to avoid, I think. Right, last 10 minutes or so of the show. Thanks to everyone
at Juve, by the way, mate. Frenchmen at Juve over the years. So many Frenchmen would want to play. Like, even going back to
Mateta would be good.
Deschamps, Zidane.
Mateta would be good.
Yeah.
He suits
that black and white Juve stripe. He'll do very well there. He'll do well in Serie A. I think he's a really good striker. Now, he's in the French team now. Like, you know, he's got a couple of Frenchies already there with him. Thuram's there. I'm trying to think of others. Yeah, that'll be good.
Yeah.
He'll be good.
Start Wilson or DCL?
Ooh,
DCL, gotta be.
yeah, DCL at home. Like I like
Gotta be.
Leeds at home.
Absolutely. Yeah, don't even hesitate. Just give DCL the start he deserves. He's earned it this season. And for once, it looks like you can trust him. Obviously, I don't want him to score. He's playing against Fulham. Rogers, Cunha, or Wilson for the bench.
Huge benching dilemmas this week.
Yeah, I mean that is quite a
Cunha,
dilemma.
Cunha or Wilson. You got to start Rodgers at home to
Yeah,
Everton.
Rogers is absolutely has to be in the team. Like, I don't know. I mean, I keep telling people not to pick Wilson, but that's just because I just want him to do well. Generally, I don't care about him in fantasy. Start Mukiele over Shirky. Yes,
All day
absolutely.
long. It doesn't matter that you've got Roofs in goal. If any, like you have to. I remember Big Man saying this last season. He was right. You have to look at every decision in isolation. The fact that you've got a forward playing a defender, or you've got double attack or double defense, forget that and just look at the individual in that game. Is he better than the other player? And in this case, Mukiele is guaranteed 90-minute man. Cherky could very comfortably only get 20. Like, we just don't know Cherky's minutes. But also, Mukiele's got great clean sheet odds this week for me. Like, I think he gets it.
I do too. I'm very confident on it. So I hope it works out. Sell Foden or Semenyo or roll with 4 City players. Don't sell Semenyo
No.
right now. No,
Quad City.
just roll.
Quad City would be loads of fun. Croupier O'Reilly on the bench. Great show. I think Croupy probably starts this week. And against Brighton, I always feel like Brighton can concede. I would be tempted to start Croupy.
Yeah, I would definitely start Croupy out of those two for this week.
And you think O'Reilly will be benched, Dean? You think it will see Aït-Nouri come back into the 11?
I think Aït-Nouri is going to come back,
yeah.
Yeah. I do.
Okay.
Is Munoz still a buy with Gay going? So many questions about Palace. I wouldn't touch Palace, to be honest.
Munoz is back training. I don't know if he's available this week, but I think he will be next.
Yeah, I wouldn't touch him. I felt like they were spiraling already, so they might show a bit of resistance.
Munoz in 24, but it isn't now. I'm way cooler on Munoz now. Yeah. Bruno Fernandes and Croupy, or Watkins and Tavernier both start not benching. Look, effectively, from game week 24, everything will change, Gamal. This won't be your plan in 24 because there'll be something else and new favour of the month. Too hard to say. But I think Bruno in 24 will be close to essential. I think everyone is going to want to have Bruno, especially when they start seeing him play number 10 again. Like, we've not seen Bruno play there under Amorim, and he's been a very good FPL asset without that position. Yeah. In that position, it's going to be very exciting when we start seeing open play goals from him.
Yeah, I agree.
We will see them.
Alderete, Haley. Alderete. It's one of my favourite picks of the week. Don't know if G agrees, but I know he likes Alderete.
I've got Mukiele and I'm very happy there. Alderete should out Defcon Mukiele, given the fact Mukiele's now playing right back.
Yeah, that's true. Here we go, another Mukiele. Mukiele or Chow. We had this earlier, I think. I just don't think I'd trust Newcastle's defence at the moment. I think that'd be the main problem.
Yeah, I hear that. Dean, I might ask you to the last couple. Oh no, still 55. I'm good. I've got.
Yeah, in a minute. Head off, and I'll send some people your way. Need help. Who do I bench? Enzo Lafay, Raul Jimenez, Bruno G, Enzo. Blimey, there's a lot of players on this benching dilemma.
Narrow it down to 2, Pulse Driver. You have to for your own sake.
I benched Lafay just for missing that penalty the other day.
Oh yeah,
it was his Panenka, wasn't it? It was his Panenka.
When you miss a penalty like that, do you reckon it goes like, oh, when you got to play like Xhaka in the team, like surely Xhaka's like, I'm taking the next one.
I don't know how you deal with that. Like, even if you did that in a Sunday league game, you imagine how embarrassed you would feel. Like, it was so bad.
And I think I can't remember the game state, but I think it mattered. Doing that, like, it's so game state dependent. That's a penalty for me. If you're 3-0 up, you can Panenka it. But if it's 0-0, 1-1,
they weren't in a good position. Yeah, they weren't in a good position. Eddie's wild card in. He's got Rovers in goal. Start one out. Mukiele, Hall, and Chalobah. It's not Chalobah. It's probably Mukiele.
Yeah, we're both hot on Sunderland this week.
We are. They'll win that game 1-0. Cunha to who? We talked about this. Enzo's your man. We've decided Enzo's your guy. Go and do it.
I can do that. Good questions, guys. Keep them coming in. Gabriel can't get Timber. I think that's fine for a few weeks. Keane has got a 2-match suspension. Where do you go? Also have to look. I'd maybe just go Saliba, just stick within Arsenal. Oh, I think we got a super chat. The Fade took the first penalty in the shootout. Oh, there we go. Interesting.
There you go. Yeah, maybe he's put it behind him quickly. Maybe it's gone. We'll see. We'll see.
Thank you guys for all the questions. Do keep them coming in.
Yeah, you can go fire out your channel if you want, mate, and I'll send some
with Man City links. Oh, Elliot Anderson, yeah.
No, because I don't think it's going to happen imminently. I mean, Man City might, after doing what they've done, they might try their luck before the end of the month, but that is more likely to be one for the end of the season. He might be a sell anyway, to be honest with you. Like, I'm not sure that he's the best FPL midfielder you could be picking now at that point. So I'd probably get rid of him anyway, but not because of that reason, to be totally honest. Yeah.
Mate, I'm going to go. I will let you raid me, and we'll be back next week, Chasers. But stay on with Dean for another couple of minutes, and I will be live on my channel, guys. And Dean will send me a raid over in the next 60 seconds. So you can come and join me. But yeah, thank you for watching, guys. Good luck this game week.
Yeah, absolutely. See you soon, mate. Oliver, Cunha this week. Sell Cunha or roll to have 2 free transfers. I'd roll it, mate. Yeah, roll it. You might enjoy it. You might enjoy that one. Dean, start making FPL content. Surely everyone wants to see that. I mean, I have been making FPL content for like 3 years. Like, I think we've hit the ceiling, haven't we? Like, I've been trying my best. It's funny how just suddenly, like, you have a few good game weeks, your rank suddenly goes from 150,000 to the top 10,000, and people think your info counts for more. I don't know. Like, we all just got to believe in what we believe, right? Solo channel. There's so many channels out there. I don't know if the world of FPL needs another channel. Does it? I don't know. Verbruggen or Sanchez? Don't touch Sanchez. Go Verbruggen. You've been watching Sanchez? Don't touch. What else have we got? We'll take a few quick fire ones, and then I'm going to bed. I am tired. Who to start? Anderson from Fulham. Appreciate that. I like doing Anderson with Fulham in brackets. I appreciate that. Richards Hall, Alderete, choose 2. Well, you definitely start Alderete. And I'd go Hall for the upside. Yeah, Alderete and Hall. I'd go with those 2. Cunha or Bowen. Oh, that's a tough one. Take a gamble on Bowen, because obviously, as I've said before, I've heard that West Ham are going front-footed to start the game. And if they do that, then Jarrod Bowen probably scores. And he'd really enjoy scoring against Tottenham. So, yeah, there we go. Bobby says, where is G? G is over on his own channel right now. He literally just left 1 minute ago, mate. So you just missed him. You can rewind, watch the whole hour that G has just done with me. It's been a really good show. Thank you to everybody for joining us. If you go over to G, raid him right now, you're going to just go in there and write Semenyo Saturday, because it's going to be Semenyo's day in the Manchester derby, I think. So go in there, Semenyo Saturday, into the comments section, and go and join G for some more chat as he goes through deciding whether he pushes the button to replace Cunha with Enzo Fernandez, his Chelsea boy. So thanks everyone again for joining us. We'll be back after the weekend. Hopefully I've managed to maintain some sort of good rank. I'm going Haaland captain. I'm not making a transfer. Let's see if it works out. Cheers, everyone. Speak to you soon.